Hello? Testing? Hey, how's it going, my One Piece fans? Woo! Let's make some noise for Collecticon. You guys having a great day today? All right, awesome. We got some awesome panels for you coming up today. Right now, you guys are here for the One Piece panel. I see a couple Luffys in the audience. Luffy, Ace, I see you. That brotherly love. All right. So how this is going to work? My name is Poketris. I am your guys' host for this panel. I am a Pokemon TikTok creator. You could follow me with that handle. Woo! That's enough about me, though. Let's go ahead and bring our voice talent up on stage. Please welcome Brina and Erica. Woo! Welcome our straw hats. Oh, yeah. You got cup holders this time. We upgraded. How's it going? Oh, gotta flip the switch.
Yeah, I gotta flip that switch. It's been great. This has been such a fun convention. Thank you guys for being so welcoming and lovely. It's been great.
Awesome. A little warm. Very fun.
A little warm, but
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. I got it.
Warm temperature and hearts.
That's true.
Yes. How are you doing, Erica?
I'm doing well. As also, I got to be next door to Brina all weekend, which has been really sweet. And look at you! Doesn't she look awesome?
Yeah, you look great.
I want to be king of the pirates. I'm in training, though. I'm studying under Erica.
Pirate in training, an EMC.
Exactly.
A PMC.
PMC. All right. Well, let's just get right into it. Starting off, I like to show off some of the other projects that our talent does outside of the voice acting. So right now, Erica, you had said that there's a stop motion film that's called Living Large,
Yeah.
La Vie en Grosse. Oh, there it is. That you and your son were in.
Yes.
And that just won a prestigious award at a film festival in France.
Yes,
Awesome.
and at, oh my gosh, what is the one? Annecy.
Annecy, yes.
Annecy. So just like last weekend, it won an award. I forgot the name of it. Do you remember Contra?
I wrote it down. Contra Champ Jury Award?
Contra Champ Jury Award, which apparently is some sort of prestigious award at Annecy. So,
Congratulations.
Thank
yeah,
you.
congrats. That's incredible.
What was special was it was my son's third voiceover job, but only the second one he's done in the last couple of years. So he's just starting to find like an interest in it, you know?
That's so fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
exciting.
you have a whole family of talent.
Yeah, a lot of us are doing something in the arts, yes.
That's right, that's right. Which brings me to your daughter, who is a lead on Bat Wheels, is it?
Yes.
That's right.
That's
and
great.
she's BB, the Batgirl cycle. There she is.
Yes.
And she just adorable.
And you know who else is, you know who's in the cast with her? Griffin.
Oh, Griffin?
Yeah, I never
so
told you.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Griffin plays Prank,
saw that.
who's like the Joker mobile.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my
a
gosh.
supporting role. And so Madigan gets to sing a lot of songs with Jacob Bertrand from Hawk from Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
Isn't
That's
it?
so
Yeah,
cool.
it's exciting.
Craziest crossover.
I know, right?
So that's amazing. A family of acting talent. And singing. Do they sing too?
My daughter sings. Yeah, she sings a lot. My son also sings. He's like, my husband is a composer, and he says he's a bass. And I'm like, you've yet to prove that to me, but he's definitely a baritone for sure.
Yeah.
Whether or not he ends up being a bass, I don't know. We'll see.
We want to hear that Jesus Christ Superstar.
I hope he's not
A
here
baritone.
going, what?
That's one of my favorite musicals.
It's so good.
I played Judas in high
yes.
school.
Oh, you're
what?
kidding me.
What?
That is so cool.
I've been playing boys my whole life.
I love it.
She's a player.
Madigan was Troy in
I meant
High
that as,
School
like,
Musical
roles.
too.
Male roles.
Rolls, just rolls. Well, speaking of singing, that brings us to our news about Brina. You just released your first single on Friday.
I did, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's called America?
Yes.
That's awesome. It
Oh
is
my God.
beautiful and it is deep. So why don't we take a look at that right now? Thank
Oh
you.
my, look at you. Oh my God.
It stops a little abruptly. I did my best with editing.
That's okay. You did great.
Thank you. You did
So
great. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you so
God.
much.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, I've been. I teamed up with a couple of friends of mine. We had done a couple of covers. They're the same guys I did my Top Musica cover of and my Chainsaw Blood cover with. And I just really enjoy working with them. They're good friends of mine, Patrick Simon and Will Kubley. They're super talented, and so I just kind of was like, "Hey, do you guys want to I don't know, do an album or something of like original music?"
Yeah.
And they were totally down. So we have that song, and then another single coming, and then an EP later in the fall.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh,
planned,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
I can't
Collecticon
wait.
exclusive.
I can't wait to check them out.
Pick up Brina's album when it hits.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
the singles everywhere. It's on Spotify, Tidal, Apple, Pandora, like all the things.
All right, go give it a listen, everybody. America by Brina Palencia.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, so we'll get into a couple questions here, and then we'll have time for you guys to come up to the mic. So start thinking about your questions now. I'll let you know when it's time for the Q&A, all right? All right, so my first question for you guys is if Luffy and Chopper went to karaoke, what would their duet song be?
僕はドクター、トニトニチョッパー。
That's perfect.
Like, what else would it be?
I don't know. There's like a couple things come to mind because the word buddies comes to mind right away.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, well, I guess bosom buddies would be weird, but that would be good. We'll always be bosom buddies. But then, what else? There's another. Oh, together wherever we go from Gypsy. You guys know that one?
I don't think so.
Yes.
I've heard it. 'cause I've
Together wherever we go. It's just a great song about
Okay,
good
I
friends
do vaguely
and
remember that.
doing
I've only
things
seen
together.
Gypsy one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got to see it again.
I'd
so
be happy
good. It's such a great musical.
I gotta see it. I'm
But
behind
for
on
me,
my
I'm always
plays.
going to answer in musical theater.
That's valid. I'd like to think Luffy would too. He likes shows.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes entertainment. Awesome. That's great answers. My next question for you is: Chopper is known for his love of cotton candy and sweets. If they had to order for each other, what do you think they'd order?
Oh wow! Like if Chopper were to order for Luffy,
Yeah.
it'd be a lot of meat for sure. Like giant portions. Like I'm picturing an entire like swordfish or something, and like
yeah.
just like a
whale.
whole pig kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like meat is definitely the way.
A bit of Hawaiian.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's perfect. I'm trying to think of some dessert that like doesn't exist. What if there was like a cotton candy sundae or something like that?
Oh, decadent.
Right?
Yeah.
If you can dream it, DQ will do it.
Oh, that's true. I'm sure they have cotton candy ice cream, but like, what about they have like
Like
ice
actual,
cream
like,
with
tufts of
cotton
cotton
candy
candy
tufts
on
on
it?
top of it, like a giant
Yeah.
cotton candy sundae?
I feel like that would actually be
That's
fantastic.
good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
sprinkles.
I think both
Gotta
of
have
them would
sprinkles.
Sink.
both of them would thrive at the Minnesota State Fair.
Yes, for sure.
Totally.
I think Chopper would love that giant bucket of cookies that they go viral for every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's got sugar in it, he's gonna eat it for sure.
He's down. He's down. All right. I lost my place here. If Luffy was interviewing Chopper on a talk show or a podcast, what do you think his first question would be, and how would Chopper answer? I guess act it out.
This is gonna be so interesting because I've actually never heard your Luffy.
Oh God.
Like,
It's the best.
yeah.
If I was going to ask him a
yeah.
question, I don't know. Will you be my best friend?
Yeah, obviously.
Good. I kind of thought it was always our title, but I was just double checking to make sure.
Yeah, I'm down.
Secretly besties in the crew. You heard it here. It's canon now. The rankings will change. All right. We got one more question, and then we're going to throw it over to the audience. So go ahead and start lining up if you guys have questions. How do you guys think that they'll introduce Chopper in the live action? I'm sorry, you were
Oh
drinking.
my
I'm going
God.
to send that one over to her.
Yeah, I have no idea. I feel like it's got to be a mixture of like puppets and CGI and some other practical effects, but it has to be multiple actors because it's so many different forms. Even when he's
Yeah.
first introduced, it's already like 4 or 5 forms that are all completely different body shapes and sizes. So, I mean, they definitely have their work cut out for them. But
sure do.
I have faith. I loved
I
the
hope
first
there's
season.
puppets. I like that. I
Yeah.
really, I think everything is always elevated with puppets.
Yeah, I think
like
so
with
too.
Star Wars, we know that the best Yoda is a puppet.
See, that's true. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so valid.
Yeah.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
very valid
Jim
take.
Henson and Frank Oz kind of make everything elevated.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh,
I
that'd
think
be
it's
spectacular.
I hope it's something like that. But
Right.
yeah, it's
I have-
going to be tough. But I'm very excited to see what they do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I have a personal theory, and I think they'll reach out to you, Brina. And
Hey, I'm down.
We'll see you with the knees in the shoes thing and crawling across the screen a bit. You know, Luffy.
That would be amazing.
That'd be great. That's my personal canon. All right. Well, that's the last of my questions. Let's go ahead and throw it over to the audience.
Hello. My question is for both of you. I was wondering if you guys did any of the crossover episodes in Toriko.
No, so Chopper wasn't in those episodes, and the Toriko happened later. So those were Colleen Clinkenbeard. So Colleen Clinkenbeard was all over that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the answer right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
My question's for Luffy. Do you know what Luffy's actual dream is? Or can you say?
Well, I mean, I think I think he says it all the time, don't you?
In the new
think that'll be the
Wano, he
secret
said
one.
something about his dream, and then
Yeah, it's a new secret dream
new
that,
secret?
that nobody
Yeah.
knows yet. Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah.
knows. Colleen may have a theory, though.
Might be.
Colleen is
Does
the
she
one who
have a
did
good
the
theory?
Wano arc. Yeah. I don't know. She hasn't told me. I'll have to ask her.
I so often say, I'm going to send you to Colleen. She's up to date on everything.
Yeah.
Everything's up to date in Kansas City. But
Yeah.
that's another musical theater reference.
Oh my gosh.
You know that song?
No.
Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They gone about as far as they can go. It's from Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Oh, okay.
It's another ridiculously wonderful old song. I love those.
Canonically, I think Luffy wants to win a Tony. I think that's his dream.
I
what
think
we're
you
getting at.
called it. I think that's what it is. That's the dream, is to win a Tony.
That's right.
Hello. Happy
Win a
day
Tony
to
Chopper.
everyone.
That's what they would call it.
Tony Chopper. Sorry. No, you're good. My question is for both of you. If you could have a show that starred every character you ever voiced, what kind of show would you want it to be, and what would it be about?
Like where all of our characters were in one show together. What
Or
would
you
the,
can have-
what
or
would
you
the
can have
theme
separates.
be?
Oh.
I mean, that's a lot of different genres.
What would the
exist.
theme be? Right? I don't
The
know. That would be
theme
difficult.
Would be
Perseverance.
I'd like to see a buddy comedy between Mineta and Icy from Winx Club.
Oh, that would
I think it would. I would love for Mineta and Mad Moxie to meet, because I think Mad Moxie would just make him feel so uncomfortable. Like I don't think he could handle it.
A little dose of his own medicine.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be fun to do something with all the villains that we've done.
I've actually not done many villains.
No, not yet. Oh, I
Not
bet you're
yet.
going
I
to be
want to.
so good.
Yeah.
Because it's so far from you. I think.
Yeah, I've definitely played questionable characters.
Yeah.
Like I guess.
Oh, the
I
little
guess
boy
technically,
character that I love?
I guess technically, in Future Diary could be a
That's kind of
villain.
That's valid.
But I don't think she is.
Oh, but if Elvira from Secret Magic Control Agency was in a movie with Chopper, she would be feeding him cookies.
Oh, I like that.
Because she feeds people cookies to get them to fall in love with her or anyone else that she wants. That's like part of what she does. It's like, it's a take on the Hansel and Gretel story.
Yeah,
So she's
yeah.
got like the modern day witch, and she looks like Marilyn Monroe on steroids.
Yeah. That was
It's
the
pretty
first clip
funny.
in your reel, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
in
I
my
was-
reel.
I
It's
was
one of my
stalking you.
favorite roles. I mean, sometimes our favorite roles are not your favorite roles, or like things that we gravitate towards, or that we remember really well, or maybe not ones that other people do. Have you noticed
Yeah, that's
that?
true. No, and there are definitely roles that like, especially like any of the more quiet characters that I've played, that don't talk a ton. It'll be like a character that I literally spent maybe 2 hours of my life on, and it'll be like this iconic role that I'm just like, I don't remember a lot
Right?
about the recording.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry. Like it's just
It is
so
a
quick.
funny part of the industry.
Yeah.
It really is. Thank
That's
you for the
awesome.
question. That was
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
fun.
that was fun.
Interesting.
We could probably answer it for another 3 hours.
Thank you.
So, what is your favorite One Piece arc? If so, what is your favorite character from that arc?
It's a good question.
Honestly, Wano has been one of my all-time favorites. Just everything that Chopper goes through in that arc, and just how incredibly badass he gets in that arc, and how I don't want to give too much away because I know not everybody is caught up on Wano, but there's just so much that happens. It's hard not to love that arc. But I think one that I just think is really fun would be the Thriller Bark arc, just because I love horror and I love kind of cheesy stuff like that. And I thought they did a lot to really kind of pay homage to that genre. And then also Chopper's origin story is, I literally can't describe the origin story without crying. I explained it to my mom the other day because she was like, "Why do people like you again?" And I was like, in a nice way.
Right.
I was like,
Mothers.
well, I guess, One Piece is probably the thing. And so she asked me about the character, and I told her the whole origin story, and I was like sobbing. And this is recent. Like, I recorded that so long ago, but like, yeah, it still like, it just hits me.
I love that. The first, because also one of the relationships that I've always loved is Shanks and Luffy, young Luffy and Shanks. Just like those episodes really, really get me, or got me. Like, that's always those sentimental things that get me, but I'm also, there are parts of us that we connect to our characters with, and I would say like the goofiness of Luffy is a big part of who I am. This is my actual sense of humor. Like, ask my children. They'll be like, "Mom," like there's a lot of eye rolling that happens on their part, not on mine, because I am not acerbic. I am not sarcastic. I mean, I have all those things inside of me, but like the goofy parts of me are the things that, and then this is just a fun side note that I didn't realize. This crazy coincidence between he and I is that I have 12 joints that dislocate, which makes me extremely flexible. And I didn't even think about that. And then also, like my brother and I used to brush our teeth forever in the morning, and that's how I came up with a lot of my earlier personal characters that I made up of my own, and faces and stuff. So I was actually quoted in a review once as I had to play a matriarch at one part, and this woman said that I was a rubber-faced matriarch. And thinking back on that, it made me laugh because I like to make
so
faces.
fitting.
And this is the Grinch. Remember Grinch from the Grinch? You stole
Yeah, that is
Christmas?
absolutely
This
the
is
Grinch, yeah.
This one.
Yeah, horrifying.
My favorite arc when it comes to One Piece, it's a hard question for me. I'm not really that far into the show, but it's gotta be the what's that arc with Crocodile?
Alabasta.
Alabasta.
Yeah.
Yes.
You speak very well, doesn't he?
He does.
You speak very well.
What I like so much about it is I like how there's multiple fight scenes.
Oh, yeah, you like the action.
I like the
Oh, yeah.
action.
Yeah.
I like how there's multiple fight scenes until
Yeah.
Luffy finally beats Crocodile.
Oh, yeah. That was
Even
kind
though-
of their first team battle, too.
And yeah, of all time, my favorite One Piece character has got to be Zoro.
So it's
His
cool.
voice is
He's
so
pretty
cold.
awesome.
Favorite of
Yeah.
so many, right?
His
yeah.
voice is so cold. It just
It is.
Fun fact about Chris Sabat, who plays Zoro, he is equally bad at directions as Zoro.
No
Like,
way.
like I'm bad at directions, but that dude
Giving
oh
directions or
my God.
receiving?
Both.
Really?
He doesn't. Well, he doesn't attempt to even give them. He's like, I don't know where anything is. But then I've been in the car with him, where I'm used to being the one that doesn't know where we're going, and I just kind of like go with the flow. But because neither one of us knew where we were going, we ended up being like 30 minutes out of in the opposite direction of where we were supposed to be. It was ridiculous.
Of course. Wow.
That's the
Okay,
best.
thank you.
You needed a
You're
Nami.
welcome.
That's amazing.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. So this question's for the both of you, and I need your honest answer. What do you guys think the One Piece is?
Friendship.
I was gonna say the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like to leave it up to the fans, to be honest.
Well, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine anything that could I can't imagine it being an object. I feel like it's got to be like world peace. I don't know. It's something, something beyond comprehension, the meaning of life. Like, I just can't think of it as just a thing, It's got to be
You
more
have
than
a theory,
Yeah,
though?
could be.
You've got to have one.
I do, but I don't. I know that like Roger said that it would make you rich, so I want to say it's like I don't know something.
Rich in spirit, rich of heart.
A single bag of beef jerky
Yeah, it would make Luffy rich. Only Luffy
every time
rich.
you're drinking. So sorry.
Thank you so much for the
Great
question.
Yeah, thank you.
It's kind of short, sorry. So my question is for both of you. What would you say if you could pick one line or quote from the show is your favorite? And it could be your character or someone else's. And if you could say it in the best impression of that character, whether it's yours or someone else's.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did you say this? You said in One Piece, right?
In One Piece, yeah.
Okay.
The part that's probably the most like me is anytime Chopper gets complimented. He's like,
That's not gonna make me happy, you stupid jerk.
It's so cute. I love the quote, if you don't take risks, you can't create a future. And I like that because I do believe that's a super important part of everyone's journey. I like the theme of the day today when talking to young people who are interested in doing something. Sometimes they come up and they say, I want to be a voice actor, is that dreams take a long time sometimes, and perseverance is super important because if you give up too easily and too quickly, I think that's another way that I identify with Luffy. My last personal goal, which I'm not going to tell anyone what it is, maybe when I achieve it, I'll announce it, but it's been 7 years. And it's like, right? And some days I feel more encouraged than others. Some days I feel like giving up, but we can't, And if you don't put yourself out there and take that risk, you never know what future that you're going to build, Maybe you could say it because your dress is Luffy.
Oh, it's true.
If you don't take risks, you can't create a future.
That's
Let's hear
right.
your impersonation,
That's
Tris.
right.
I put you on the spot.
It's if you don't take risks, you can't create a future.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. If you don't take risks, you can't create a future.
That was pretty darn good. Better than I would do.
Thank you. I'm practicing forever.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, and our last questions are going to be our friend in the white shirt in the back of the line there.
Okay, so I have a question for both of you. So what is your favorite move from Chopper and Luffy? So your favorite points from Chopper and your favorite move, like your gum moves.
guard point is my favorite. I have a plushie of it. It's technically my son's, but it's for me. Guard point I think is so cute. I also really wish that they would use horn point more often for Chopper. Because I think that one looks so good. Yeah, it looks so cool. I love the design of it, but they almost never use it.
Yeah, that one's my favorite, and then second favorite is my walk point Chopper.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I love walk point as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you're decked out. I just realized you're the doctor.
Dr. Hairlick himself.
You look amazing.
Looking amazing.
I would say it's a toss-up between Rocket and Cannon because those are early on. And I just remember, and I think they were in the games too, in the early games. And wait, what's the one that was the corkscrew one? I love that one.
Oh, was that
Does anybody
Gum
remember?
Gum UFO where he flies? No, that's later.
No.
I think it might have been Gum Needle whenever his feet start going.
Maybe it was
I
that
think
one.
so.
Yeah, that was a fun one. There's so many. How many are there? It's
It's hard to keep track.
What are your favorites?
So mine, 100% guard, or not guard point. I'd say guard point's a really fun one, but horn point is 100% the best one because he gets all the horns and he just looks really nice.
He looks so cool.
Yeah. And then for Luffy, I'd probably say it's one of the episodes where he's like taking over the Marines, and then he like wraps himself around a Marine and takes him over. He like puts his arms around his arms, and then he just like starts moving with him.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a very cool moment.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate your cosplay. It's amazing.
Hello, nice to meet you. I've got a question for both. Do you have any fun stories or? Sorry, it's spotty. do you have any like fun stories or potential like opportunities where you met the Japanese voice actors to like communicate like how you differentiate with your characters?
I wish. We have like no contact with the Japanese side. I have been lucky enough to meet the Japanese voice actress who plays Holo in Spice and Wolf, which was really special. And then the voice actress who played Ai Enma in Hellgirl. But yeah, I would lose my mind if I got to meet Otani. Like, I don't know how, like, because I love Pikachu as well, which she also voices, and so like, yeah, I can't. I would explode.
Yeah, that'd be. I think the world would explode.
That would be amazing. I have not had the opportunity to meet any of them either, but we probably, both of us, met some of the live action stars recently.
I have not. I haven't gotten to meet any of them either.
Oh, you totally will.
I really
it's
want
going to
to
happen. We had, Collecticon had Mihawk, and then I met Chef Zeph in London, so I've met two. And I think I am slated to meet young Luffy in January at some point. But
so cool.
I've been asking everybody who's come to the table. It's been a really fun trivia question. So I'll ask you, who do you think of Chef Zeph and Mihawk is like their character in real life?
I'd say probably Chef Zeph.
That's what I would say too.
You got it right. But it's funny because everybody's been guessing Mihawk, and my friend Jazz talks about Mihawk the best. Just a sweet, genuine, mush of a wonderful cutie. He was just so sweet with everybody. Like he's an anime nerd. He loved Yu-Gi-Oh. You know.
He actually toured when he went to that convention. He toured Crunchyroll.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He's just such a doll, like such a great human. And Chef Zeph was also, but he was like that. He was like this tall, super buff guy. I was like, wow, like he towered over me, and he was very. You could tell he just has that tough exterior and that soft heart on the inside. But he was a lot like his character, like intimidating, but not. You know what I mean? So I thought that was fun to see. Because sometimes it's great acting can be being close to home, being close to who you are, and great acting can be transformation. But it's interesting when you meet someone and they're so different from their character, and that was the Mihawk, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting. I missed him. I missed that one.
Thank you so much for the question.
All right, and this will be our last question of the panel.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I was wondering if I could have some vocal care tips.
Oh, vocal care. Ooh, we love these questions, don't we? I'm sure we're both going to have some of the same, some different ones. Caffeine is not great for your voice. It dries it out. If you're going to be doing voice work or singing, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do straw phonation. You can look that up. It's pretty easy. Different ways to be gentle on your voice. Do a warm-up. And what's funny is sometimes people think warming up like is starting up here, but it really does mean warming up, you know. Starting from your optimum pitch, just go, You start from there and go up. I like chamomile tea with honey in it for a warm-up, because it really warms and relaxes the vocal cords. And as far as like care, like maintenance, if you're doing a voice, like when I was doing Luffy at the beginning, I would leave the booth without a voice or very little. And I'd be like, what am I going to do about this? Like, how am I going to maintain this? So doing vocalizations between every 5 or 6 cues I would go, you know, I would annoy the director and the engineer, but it really helped. The going up and down the scale, and if the voice was breaking at a certain point, I knew I needed to smooth that out and reconnect the chords. And the biggest one that's the most important for me is vocal rest. There's nothing in this world that can take the place of vocal rest. 48 hours to 72 hours with no phonation whatsoever is the only way to really get your voice back on track when it's off track. And I know you have some things too.
Yeah, completely. you're 100% correct. There's nothing that is going to be better than vocal rest. So because of that, if you do know that you have, a more difficult character, it is completely okay to ask for shorter hours with that character. They'll just have you do it for more days. But like for Chopper, I never voice Chopper more than 3 hours at a time. And they are completely fine with that. Any studio that tries to push you beyond your limit in that way is not a worthy studio. Like, they're not legit. Like, all professional studios understand that your voice has to have rest at some point. The other thing that is, to me, equally as important is hydration. Like, I was getting on to her earlier about that. Not to call you out, but it is so important for like your entire body system. But when you're voice acting, you're expelling significantly more moisture than you would in your everyday life. So it's so important to make sure that you stay hydrated. Don't do it after the fact. Just always be drinking water, essentially. Just never stop drinking water.
It's so easy to, we literally have this conversation right before. Yeah. It's easy to remember when you're in the booth, right? Because you're just between cues. But
But the trick is it's important to do it before you even get there. Yeah. Already be hydrated.
At the conventions, I have a bad habit of not drinking enough water. Just look, it's Pikachu.
Hello, Pikachu.
I choose you.
She's like, what's happening behind me?
I'm sorry, Pikachu. That was all the time we had left.
I hope those were helpful questions for you.
Yes.
Helpful answers.
So yeah, thank you. If you guys have, you want to hear it? You want to hear this one, or
I mean, it's Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu's here. All right, we can squeeze in one more. Thank you.
I think Pikachu might need help with the mic.
Mini Pika.
The hustle. Thank you so much. She's great at her job. Everyone, give her a hand.
Pika.
Pika.
Pika. Pika. Pika. Pikachu.
Oh, I know what you're asking.
Pikachu.
I love Ash. I really love Ash. Yeah, just as much as you. I don't think you love Ash more than me. But yeah, I really do love Ash Ketchum. What do you say about that?
I also love Ash Ketchum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ash
Great
cool.
question, Pikachu.
Thank you, Pikachu.
Thanks,
Thank you. And with that, that's all the time we have left. Thank you, Brina and Erica.
I swear she's not a plant. I swear.
Oh my gosh. Let's give it up for our talent.
Thank you, guys.
And if you guys have any other questions for them, you guys are going to be back at your booths until 5-ish. That's when the convention closes-ish, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So go head on over, grab a print, grab a signature, ask questions. That's all I got.
You,
got
Triss.
any closing
You're
words?
the best.
Of course.
Appreciate you.
Adore you. Oh, I have one more thing, actually.
Yeah.
Erica, as your apprentice, would you do me the honor of bestowing my hat upon my head as if you are Shanks? Because you are too a redhead.
Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, awesome. Oh, I got a camera right there.